All right, viewers, the big story that we are tracking on India continues to be, well, what's happening in the Middle East. US President Donald Trump has said that there is now a truce in place. Even as Prime Minister of Israel has said that he's agreed to the Trump's peace proposal, even though there is still fluidity that remains simply because the situation on ground is so volatile. Netanyahu says that all objectives of Operation Lion against Iran have been achieved. So does peace really have an option right now? Is it likely to get that particular option is the big question. Even as viewers, there's been a barrage of missiles that's been launched by Iran that's been targeting several cities of Israel, and the death toll has risen, and that has been a cause of great concern for Israel and also for America, given that this truce, this peace proposal is yet to really be tested completely. Now, Israel has reopened its airspace for emergency flights, and India has evacuated fresh batch of 292 nationals from Iran. And how this thing is likely to pan out going forward is going to be extremely interesting. Let's quickly now tell you, viewers, what really has happened in the last 12 odd days. And let's tell you the 12-day war broken down in terms of the timeline. Let's put that out for you. First and foremost, it started with 13th of June when that surprise attack was actually launched by Israel. That was the first start of this entire attack. It came after Israel felt that Iran is not acting as far as its nuclear program is concerned. 13th of June is when the nuclear sites of Iran were attacked by Israel, the first set of strikes that happened. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about what happened on the 18th of June when Iran fired missiles at Israel. This is when it got the escalation really started coming into play, that Iran had started firing back at Israel. Several of Israeli cities were under attack due to a barrage of Iranian missiles that were being targeted at several residential areas. That's what Israel had said, that many residential areas were being targeted. But then it escalated between 18th and 20th of June when fighting continued to escalate from the Iranian and Israeli side. Strikes and counter strikes were being exchanged, and more residential areas were being hit, even as the IDF said that it was only targeting IRGC command centers. IRGC is the elite unit of Iranian military. On 21st June, this is the inflection point, viewers, when 3 nuclear sites in Iran were attacked by the US. This was done through B-2 stealth bombers. This was done through Tomahawk cruise missiles, and 3 of the main Iranian nuclear sites were attacked. This was Fordo, Isfahan and Natanz, where it was assumed and it was said that the nuclear facility was enriching uranium, which was already at 60% and was set to grow up to as high as 90%. Then on the 23rd is when the Iranian retaliatory attack came against US. They were continuing to strike the Israeli cities, but this is when they attacked the US airbase in Qatar. It was supposed to be in retaliation to its 3 nuclear sites being attacked, but this was largely symbolic in nature, viewers, simply because the attack had already been forewarned. Qatar was forewarned, which went ahead and informed America much in advance, which was able to pull out most of its strategic assets from one of its most important core bases in Qatar. It's one of the forward bases of US Central Command. Qatar has been hosting that since 1996. It has also pumped billions of dollars there. So this is a very large forward base of the US in Middle East, which was attacked. But because of the forewarning, it was largely symbolic, which is why quickly the last thing that came in, which is that Trump announced ceasefire. Hours after that attack is when the ceasefire really came into play. It was announced suddenly by Donald Trump. Many asked, was this premature? Was this premeditated? Well, questions that remain unanswered, but that's the broad timeline of the 12-day war, viewers, in terms of what really happened, the sequence of events that had brought the world to a possible brink of a potential escalation that could engulf not just the Middle East, but the wider area, maybe even the entire world. And as we talk about this, I want to now play out this ground report that's been filed by my colleague Ankit Tyagi, who's on ground, who is in Israel, covering this war, covering every detail of it. And he's talking about how air sirens are still being heard across Israel, even as we keep talking about this ceasefire here. Listen into that ground report.
there were some interceptor fragments which in fact fell at a few places which have been reported by the local media. The third one came just about 10 minutes before the fourth one, just about 10 minutes. All right, as I speak, you can hear the air raid sirens going in, so I will have to make my way towards a shelter. This is the fourth time that these air raid sirens have gone in, and we will try and make our way out and see if we can find us a safe place. This is the fourth time the air raid sirens have gone out here in Tel Aviv and Israel. Thank you so much. So fourth alert here, and you heard the sirens going behind me while we were trying to speak. I am in a place where I could. All right, this is the announcement being made. Listen to. So this announcement basically saying make your way to the safe area, and at this moment I can tell you that this is the fourth air raid siren that went off when you heard the massive air raid sirens that just began to in fact blare here in Tel Aviv as well. I have lost the connection to the studio. I'm hoping that I can get connected again because the signal here in the safe room are extremely bad. Okay, again we can hear some loud thuds. It seems that interceptors are on the job. There are some missiles which have been lobbed towards Tel Aviv, at this moment I can only tell you that this is from the time I've come in, it's the third day now, and I have never seen in the last 3 days, 12th day of the war, how continuously barrage after barrage of missiles is coming in from Iran. There were alerts, yesterday also when the alerts came in. One was at 3 a.m. in the morning, the other one then was at 10:30 a.m. In the morning, but there was some gap. Right now, in just a matter of last 1 hour, there have been 4 alerts, and once again, this is the third time in Tel Aviv that I can hear massive thuds which are taking place right outside. It seems that the interceptors at this moment are working, but very, very difficult situation as we speak.